Hello there. If you have a cat, you've probably spent a good amount of time just watching them, wondering what's going on inside that beautiful, mysterious mind. Cats are such quiet communicators, and the way they show trust, well, it can be incredibly subtle. So today, we're going to decode some of those quiet signals together.
I think it's a question so many of us have asked ourselves, right? In those quiet moments, you look at your cat and think, is this a real bond, or am I just the person with the can opener? And you know what? It's a totally fair question, mostly because the way cats show their feelings is just so different from what we might expect.
Yeah, to really get our cats, we kind of have to unlearn what we think affection looks like. We're so used to looking for those big, obvious signs, a dog's wagging tail or a happy bark at the door. But feline trust, it's a much, much quieter language. It's all in the subtle glances, the soft body language, tiny little gestures that are so easy to miss if you don't know what you're looking for.
So, before we dive into the specific signs, we have to get on their level for a second. See, for a cat, their instincts are wired for survival. They're both predator and prey. So trust isn't about things like obedience or commands. It's about one thing, above everything else, safety. Feeling totally and completely secure with you is the bedrock of your entire relationship.
This actually brings us to this really cool scientific idea called the secure base effect. Research from Oregon State University found that cats look to their owners a lot like human babies look to their parents. You're their safe harbor, your home base. Just having you in the room gives them the confidence to be brave, to explore the world, because they know they've always got a safe spot to come back to.
And get this, the data from that study is fascinating. It showed that about 65% of cats form a secure bond with their owners. That's almost the exact same figure we see in human infants. So despite that whole aloof reputation, the science shows most cats are deeply bonded to their people. And this actually brings us to our very first sign of trust, simply choosing to be near you. Think about it. When a cat could be hiding under the bed, but instead decides to just nap in the same room as you, they're using you as their secure base. That's trust. Okay, on to our second, and maybe one of the most powerful signs of trust. It's all in the eyes. If you've ever gotten a long, slow blink from your cat, you've just received what a lot of people call a cat kiss. It's a huge compliment. And I love how Professor Karen McComb, who actually studied this, puts it. She doesn't just see it as a signal, she sees it as an invitation to talk. It's the start of a real conversation, a quiet little back and forth between you and your cat. So why is this such a big deal? Well, in the animal world, a direct, hard stare is a challenge. It's a threat. So by slowly closing their eyes in front of you, your cat is making themselves vulnerable. It's their way of saying, I trust you so much, I don't need my guard up right now. It is the ultimate sign of feeling relaxed and safe. And the best part? You can start this conversation yourself. Next time your cat seems calm, just try this. Get some soft eye contact, not a stare, just a gentle look, then slowly narrow your eyes, almost like you're smiling with them. Close them for just a second or two, and then slowly open them again. You might be surprised when your cat gives you a slow blink right back.
And hey, this isn't just some cute theory. The research from the University of Sussex actually proved it. They ran 2 different experiments. In one, they found cats were way more likely to slow blink back at their owners after their owner did it first. In the second, they found cats were even more likely to approach a total stranger if that person offered them a slow blink. It's real, it's studied, and it's a beautiful way to communicate.
All right, for our next few signs, let's look beyond the eyes. A cat's entire body is a billboard for how they're feeling. And a lot of the time, they use vulnerability as the ultimate compliment to show you how safe you make them feel. Okay, so our third sign is something you probably see every single day. Your cat quietly following you from room to room. Now, this isn't always about wanting food. A lot of the time, your cat is just checking in, making sure their secure base is still there. It's this quiet kind of companionship that really says a lot. This brings us to our fourth and fifth signs, and they are all about making themselves vulnerable. When a cat rolls over and shows you that soft, fuzzy belly, or when they confidently sit with their back completely turned to you, wow, that is a profound statement. Their deepest instincts are telling them to protect their vital organs and to always watch out for danger. So to do that in front of you means they don't just see you as a non-threat, they actually trust you to watch their back for them. But, and this is a really important point, while that exposed belly is a massive sign of trust, it's not always an invitation to dive in for a belly rub. For a lot of cats, it's more of a look but don't touch kind of signal. They're showing you they feel safe, but a hand reaching for their tummy can feel really threatening.
Real trust is about seeing that signal and respecting their boundary.
Our sixth sign of trust is that adorable headbutt, or when your cat rubs their cheek against you. This behavior, it's called bunting, is actually doing two things at once. On a biological level, they have scent glands right there, and they're leaving their pheromones on you, basically marking you as theirs. But on an emotional level, it's an act of affection. They're marking you as a safe, important member of their family. And for our seventh sign, we have that rhythmic push and pull we call kneading or making biscuits. This is a behavior that goes all the way back to when they were tiny kittens, needing to get milk from their mom. So when your grown-up cat does this on your lap, they've gone back to a place of pure comfort and contentment. They see you as a source of ultimate safety and security, just like their mother. Now, we've gone through all these incredible signs, but it is so important to remember that this is a guide, not some kind of rigid checklist. Every single cat is an individual, and the bond you share is completely unique. Your cat's personality, their history, their age, all of it shapes how they show you they trust you. You know, a shy, more reserved cat who simply chooses to sleep quietly at the other end of the couch might be showing you just as much deep trust as the super social cat who insists on being a furry scarf all day.
I think the biggest takeaway here is that building and seeing this trust isn't about forcing it or making your cat do things. It's about creating a predictable, safe world for them. It's about respecting their space and just patiently learning to read the quiet language your cat is already speaking to you every single day.
So, I'll just leave you with this thought. The next time you're just hanging out with your cat, take a moment, just watch. Look for those soft eyes, the relaxed posture, the quiet choice to be near you. What little signs of trust will you notice today? Thanks so much for joining me.